Hey guys! I said that I would answer some more questions that you asked of me. Okay, so question number 1. No, I didn't have like vocal tutors, trainers. Oh gosh, I don't even know what I'm saying. The only vocal training that I would say has been consistent throughout my life has come from my family, and that hasn't been in like a classroom setting or a formal lesson plan. Listening to my mom and dad make music and sing, growing up listening to different worship pastors and musicians flesh out their heart through music. It was just a lot of listening and repeating, listening and repeating and replicating it and putting my own spin on it. So nothing formal, but there was a lot of intentional practice and training. Question number 2. Notice my fingers are crooked. I'll keep it simple now, and I want to make a video with my family about that in depth, because there's just so much. So, simple response. My immediate family is diverse because my parents are not of the same racial background. That's an obvious one, sorry. So if that's the kind of diversity you're talking about, ethnic diversity, cultural diversity, it's because my parents are an interracial couple. My dad is a Hawaiian boy from the Big Island. Hilo, woo! And my mom is a lanky, Scotch-Irish Caucasian from the Pacific Northwest. Moved a lot of places and then ended up in Centralia, Washington, where I believe Noah Gunderson is from. I don't know. So I guess that's the basic response to why we're racially diverse, but I know diversity is a lot bigger than that. So I'll touch upon that in a future video. Question number 3. Número 3. I played the piano for like a year. Sad day. They had a Saturday morning piano lesson, and I remember there were like 15 pianos in this room, and you practice on your own and you'd come and the instructor would go from person to person. So I quit because on Saturday morning there were cartoons and we didn't have cable, so Saturday mornings was like the prime time opportunity to watch cartoons, and I hated that I missed them. So I quit piano. Stupidest thing ever. I do remember my first recital, the sign that I was not as serious as most of the other students were. Everyone was getting up and they were playing these magnificent songs, and I got up and played Hot Cross Buns. Holy crap. Wake up call. I was not practicing. I would love to play the cello. I think that's a really romantic idea. I'd like to play the guitar better. And I played percussion for a while up until high school. So when I see my nephew, Sonny, he's an amazing drummer. When I see him drumming and when I see him play, it makes me want to play again. So, question number 4. Do you take your guitar into the classroom to aid you in teaching? Yes. And I am going to put a clip from one of the songs that I wrote with a former student, now friend, when I worked at the high school. It was for our economics class, and it's about supply and demand. Often when for students, if they hear about historical events, the names and the dates, the timeline can overwhelm them. But then when you start to weave the story in between those things, and then come in here with like these songs, this music that is just like packed full of emotion and feeling and truth, and it's just undeniable, and it moves something in them that a keynote presentation can't. Oh my gosh, I talk so much. Okay, let's do one more. My husband, Tyson Walker, is a stud, and we met in college, and I think the first time we hung out was at an open gym. He and his friend Tyler, a mutual friend of ours, they were going to shoot around. They knew I liked to play basketball. I was super oblivious. I was like, cool, friends are cool, I like to have friends. It makes me feel loved. So I went and I chewed around with him. And yes, I may have entertained the thoughts during our times playing basketball and our times, I think we went to like a small group together. And we hung out because he lived in the same apartment complex as I did. That I thought like, oh, that'd be cool. But there's always that part of me that's like, don't go there. Don't go there. Don't be that girl. Don't be that girl that's all like, oh my gosh, he looked at me. He must like me. Ugh. So I didn't want to do that, but I swung to the opposite end and decided no way he could like me, and then that created lots of confusion. But he and I got married right out of school. We've been married 6 years now. It's crazy. He's intelligent and he's compassionate and he's gifted. He is definitely a gift delivered by the Lord to love me and to refine me. And he loves me and my family well. Very well. You want to know my age? I'm going to tell you my age, and I'm going to be okay with it. I am 63 years old. Lots and lots of moisturizing creams, and yeah, I'm not 63. I turned 29 this summer, and it's 1 year closer to 30, and it almost feels just, I can't even imagine that. It's been a full decade. Sometimes I look and I think, man, have I just got too late of a start on this music thing? Because I've been doing music along the way, but have I got too late of a start on doing music as intentionally as I have been the last 2 years, 3 years? Maybe. But that's okay. Because this past decade has been big and important, and for me and for, yeah, I don't regret it. I really want to age well, and not age well physically necessarily. I do want to be healthy, but I really want to be a joyful 29-year-old and a joyful 30-year-old, and I want to be a joyful 45-year-old and 56-year-old and 67-year-old and 73-year-old and 80-year-old, and hopefully in my 90s. I want to age well. Have I entered any talent shows? Major ones. I'll talk more about this in another video. I have entered one. It's a more well-known one, but I don't know if I should have done it. That's all I'm gonna say to that. So yes, I have. Question number 7. Number 8. Your tattoos and their meaning. So I only have 3 tattoos. I would like more, but I realized you can't have everything you want. So there is one on my shoulder. I'll just tell you what's on it. There's a compass rose, an anchor, and a dove. You can guess. Tell me what you think it is. There's one on my ankle. It's like a withered, broken down looking tree, out of season, with one green leaf. And then it says hope wrapped around the trunk. And then I have just, it's not an image, but just there's just writing on my arm. But what I love about Jesus is that he didn't beat around the bush. He didn't spin things in a political manner to gain favor when it wasn't truth, but that he just outright said there will be suffering. So in 1633 he said, I have said these things to you that in me you may have peace. In this world you will have tribulation, or trouble, but take heart, I have overcome the world. So this says, but take heart, I have overcome the world, or be of courage. It's not all lost. So I keep that here. Thank you guys. Thank you for listening. Thank you for subscribing. If you haven't subscribed and you are willing, that would be awesome. And if you subscribe, you'll get little reminders of my weekly posts and music. Holy cow, longest video ever.
Sound. Home slices.